Yo, what's up guys? It is Nigel here, and I am back with another fighting game news for a month, and this time we're talking about July. Now, a lot of news happened in July because, well, EVO happened, so there's a lot of stuff to talk about here. Now, before we begin, I just want to mention for June, I did miss two trailers, which was the B-Channel trailer and the Vox Reaper trailer for the Fatal Fury characters. I missed those. I didn't notice it, but I think it's just because of the NBC stuff. I just freaking forgot about it, even though I was like, man, that was a highlight, but I don't know, I got overshadowed, but I missed those two trailers. But either way, there are timestamps if you want to skip to a certain section. I'm going to try to make this video not super long because there's a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to try to talk about it less as possible, as least as I can, even though I'm excited for all of this stuff, but, you know, I don't want to make it a super long video for people, so. Either way, that being said, timestamps, if you want to skip to a certain section, or if you don't see them, the description will have the timestamps, you just click on them, it'll go straight to them. And let's begin with the video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about here is Street Fighter 6 with the Terry teaser, which I had a feeling it was going to be a teaser instead of a trailer because that's what they did with Aki last year, so it makes a lot of sense why they did that. And am I excited for it? Kinda, but kinda not, because, you know, we haven't seen gameplay, and I don't really plan on maining Terry specifically or anything. I'll try him out, but not main him. Like, I've never been the big Terry fan. I like Rockmore and Kyo. Those are my boys personally. Kyo Rock. So yeah, it was a cool teaser because they had like a person cosplaying as Blue Mary. That's why I said B. Blue Mary or B Mary, whatever you want to call her, and Joe, which was pretty cool. So that is like, I guess, a hint at that there's going to be costumes for those characters for your, you know, create a character dude. So that's pretty neat. They did Burning Knuckles, some random dude that he's fighting. So that is pretty cool. It wasn't super exciting because, you know, it's just him doing Burning Knuckle, but it's, you know, you get to see what he looks like in game. Doesn't look too bad, and he's coming out in autumn, sometime in autumn. So I'm assuming most likely he'll show up in October. Maybe November, but I think October's like the good middle ground because, you know, autumn's about to start. So I would say right around there. But that is pretty much it for Street Fighter 6. Moving on to Tekken 8. And now when it comes down to Tekken 8, there's two things that has happened. Technically, there's two trailers, but one of them's not really that important, which is the Nike Chipotle thing. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about that, but just know there's some Nike shoes in Tekken now, but that's pretty much it. But the bigger and more important thing is the third character, which is Heihachi, which is cool, but like I wasn't excited. I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, dang, I kind of wanted him to just stay dead, like, because Reina is there, so it's like Reina's kind of pointless now, but they're probably gonna do something with her with the devil, whatever, some stupid stuff, and it just makes Kazu's whole character arc like, it doesn't matter. So it's like, what the heck? And he looks younger, so I wonder how they're gonna explain all this stuff. So yeah, like, it's cool that he's back. Like, I'm gonna try him out. Yeah, he's a mission. I'm definitely gonna use him. Not like that, but depending on his gameplay. But it just, for me, my excitement levels are like, that's cool for people that want him back. But it's like, the story, like, if people who were fighting like the story is pretty cool, so it matter. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. So it's like, it kind of slapped in the face though. But I think it is an exciting announcement, but not an announcement that I was really looking forward to. I'm like, oh, guest character maybe, or, you know, like Miguel, Julia, or something. But Heihachi, I guess that's one to knock people out of the park. So that makes sense. But it's like, dang, Harada lied to us, first of all, and two, I think he should have just stayed dead for the story reasons. It would have been cool for him to actually be consistent. Like, oh no, for real, he is dead. But no, he's gonna live forever. He's gonna be the next game and the next game, and the next game. So it doesn't matter. Same with Bison. It kind of goes hand in hand. So like, at this point for SNK, just bring back Geese. You might as well, because it doesn't matter. And again, I'll say this: I don't mind him coming back per se, but it just makes Kazuya's story arc and just certain story elements kind of pointless or fruitless. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're trying to make him all one big happy family or something at the end or something, probably corny like that, most likely. But it's just like, it doesn't matter. But most of the time, for the most part, most people care about the fighting game part, like the fighting part. So like, I guess that's the most important thing overall. So I get it. So I don't mind it, but it's just like, kind of a sour taste, but a sweet taste at the same time, but not gone, like, you know, Sour Patch Kids. But, you know, I'm cool with it. Most I'm cool with it. But yeah, after that, Lydia came out the 23rd, I want to say, if I remember correctly. If you have the season pass, I think it could have been early. But the 23rd or 24th, that's when Lydia came out for Tekken 8, so that's pretty cool. She finally out, the stage is out. Neat. I'm not gonna lie, she's a little OD, but I haven't really been playing Tekken too much, but I've just seen stuff, and it's like, it's kind of lazy, but it is what it is, you know? But either way, that is pretty much all the Tekken 8 news. Moving on to the next game. The next game we're going to be talking about here is Guilty Gear Strive with the Season 4 thing. Season 4 is what is out now. It happened July 22nd. But it came with news for the next DLC characters, which we have Dizzy, which is, that's expected. Like, I'm not surprised about that. like the whole family's in. She was the only person that was missing, and they're calling her Queen Dizzy, which is technically true. So she's the queen. So it's pretty cool title to add to that. And then I think which is a bigger surprise is Venom. Venom's actually back. I think that's a bigger surprise of anything. Like Venom, really? You know, but he was dead. But I don't, let's be honest, that doesn't matter. For being honest, that doesn't matter. So he's back. So I'm wondering how that's gonna work out. Like, what's his gameplay? Is it gonna be different? Is he actually gonna have stuff like, you know, the ball thing going on or not? But don't know. Hopefully he's still like the pool player that he is, and hope he's cool in game. And then we have Unka, which is a brand new character. And I know it's not me, but she's giving me Reina vibes. Like, I feel like she's gonna play like Soul or something, like a mixture of Soul or Kai or something like that for some reason. And you would think, you know, Sin would, but you know, but that's what it looks like to me personally, just by her design. So I'm really curious of her. Everybody so far in this season, and even the last character, which is Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And me personally, I didn't care about that show at all. Really, that's just me. Don't attack me. I just didn't really mess with it. And I think the characters they should have chosen David personally, but that's just my opinion. But I see they're going for the anime waifu appeal right now, so it makes sense. But I think David would have been a better choice because, from my recollection, she didn't really do anything. So it's like, wouldn't David be a better choice? But hey, that's just me. That's me personally. But yeah, that is what's going on with Guilty Gear Strive. There's also going to be new stages. There's EX Colors 2, which you're seeing now as it, you know, showing, but a lot of stuff's happening. I believe the patch came out July 22nd, and there was some nerfs and buffs. Because I know one of them was heavy for me, and it was like a Sin buff. I think he can't do any car specials off of Hawkbaker or something like that. Like, he can't do anything on hit if he does, like, you know, Hawkbaker, which is his uppercut. It was crazy to me. I don't think that was necessary, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, so that patch is out, so stuff's going on with that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to Guilty Gear. New season, a guest character, which is surprising for Guilty Gear. So I think that's the biggest thing, regardless who it was or whatever. That's kind of cool. So had to mention that out there as well. That's neat, even though I don't care about the character. But either way, that is pretty much all the news for Guilty Gear. Moving on to the next game. Now, the next game we're going to be talking about is Grandblue Fantasy vs. Rising with the Furcia trailer. Is that how you say it? Furcia? I don't know. But opinion about her, doesn't really look too cool personally to me. She looks like she just does a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, overpowered stuff, god stuff or whatever, and just it's not doing it for me personally. So it's not going to make me get on the game type of deal. But like, there's characters like that are cool, like Susanoo or something like that from BlazBlue, but she ain't doing it for me, is what I'm saying. But she comes out on August 20th with a balance patch, a new rank, new stages, new story stuff for her, a whole bunch of stuff. Just a whole lot of stuff is happening on August 20th. So this is like the big day. So she comes out on a whole bunch of things. So how I feel about her? No, not doing it for me personally. It's not gonna make me, ooh, I'm getting on the game. No, it's not for me. And the next character they showed after that comes out in October, Viakel or something, not for me either. Definitely not at all. But the last character with the wings, I'll get on the game. I'll buy the game. I'll just to see what he's like. If his gameplay looks cool, I wouldn't mind getting Grandblue. That's all I'm saying. He looks like a type of character that I mess with. Like, Siegfried does technically in a sense too, but he's like, no, that's my type of boy with the feathers and stuff. Like, okay, I can rock with that. Get it rock, because you know the feathers with him too. That's the type of character I mess with. So he might get me in the game. I don't know his name, but it's just the last dude they showed in the trailer. He looks interesting to me personally, so I'm looking forward to him if anything. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for Grandblue Fantasy vs. Rising. Now, the next news we have is for Unist 2 with the DLC character Izuki, who dropped in July 25th. Now, we knew about this character coming out, and the next characters, we knew about them because they announced it like literally last year in Evo, so it's like, what the heck? Why did they announce them so far away? So 2024, 2025, like, what the freak? Either way, Izuki, how I feel about her, kind of doesn't do it for me. Ghost Girl, I'm not feeling it, dude. I can't, I just don't, I'm not a fan of it. Except for like Izanami, I guess, for BlazBlue. I wouldn't use it. I just thought she was cool. But she reminds me of the One Piece character Perona. I think that's how you say her name. The girl that makes you depressed or something. But that's what she reminds me of, but she just doesn't do it for me. But the next character that's coming out next year of February looks pretty cool. So I hope he's actually like a cool gameplay wise. He actually looks promising to me if I did play the game. So I'm curious on what his gameplay looks like. Not really the next character, which I think his name is Izanami, but definitely this dude. I'm really curious how he plays like. But that is pretty much all the news for Unist 2. Moving on to the next game. The next thing we are going to be talking about is X and K, because they made a lot of announcements. So we're going to start off first with the Fatal Fury City of the Wolves announcement. which was Kevin. Now, Kevin, I knew he was going to make it because he was in Garo, and he's like the Ralph of the game, so I understand that. And my honest opinion of him, like, he was exciting to see, actually. Like, I thought it was cool to see him. Because the thing I remember about him the most was the knee explosion thing. So I'm like, yeah, it's cool to see that, actually. So I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. So I'm glad Kevin is here. I wonder if, because the kid that he was with, I wonder if he grew up or something. You know, if anyone was talking about if they play Garo, the kid that was like with him on his side, I wonder what happened to him. But yeah, that's cool that Kevin made it. His gameplay actually does look cool. Would I use him? Not necessarily. Well, depending, I'd have to play the game, honestly. But I don't know. He never interested me playing wise, but I always thought he was a cool concept because he's like the Ralph of this, you know, series. So I was like, okay, that's neat. I'm glad to see that he's here. And next up after that, we're gonna get off of Fatal Fury and move to King of Fighters, which is Vice and Mature are making King of Fighters 15 in December, which is like awesome. Very, very awesome. I wanted to see Shenwu or maybe just another season because I think 15 is an amazing game. Even though I don't really play it as much anymore, it's still an amazing game. Like, genuinely, it's awesome. So I was like, dang, no Shenwu, no Adel hates Hadley, none of those, none of my boys. But hey, Vice made it. That's all. Because like, I'm not a Mature fan, but I like Vice. If anybody's seen the legacy of me playing King of Vice, is my girl. So most definitely, this is awesome that she's back. So that's exciting too. And then we have another trailer from SVC Chaos. What? Yeah, I know. That's pretty crazy that they actually brought this back. So SVC Chaos is back, and I think it came out the day. No, it came out the second day, like the last day of Evo, the last day. So it was like snap. Oh snap. So yeah, I bought that bad boy. I actually did. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's only $20. Has rollback now, and it's cool that they're bringing that back. So it's giving people more hope for SVC 2 or maybe Capcom versus SNK 3. One of the two. I don't mind either or, because I think SVC Chaos is a genuinely cool game. It's a little, I will say, Zero's a little OD. Like, I tried, I'm like, why does he have all this stuff? So I'm like, what the freak? But I think it's cool that they're bringing these properties back. So I'm waiting for the Capcom vs SNK collection or something, fighting collection. That's really waiting for it to see. But new game in general, hopefully that'll happen too. And then lastly, after EVO, I want to say like a week later, we get the Billy Kane trailer for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and I'm like, Billy Kane made it? That genuinely surprised me. It's another redesign, which I actually think it looks pretty cool. Actually, like his hair and everything. I think it's a great redesign. Now, I've never been a Billy Kane like super fan, but I did actually want to use him in 15, and he wasn't good, so I was like, no, I'm cutting my loss. Because the pole was his body. I'm like, I can't do that, bro. They did not. I think they might have changed it, but if they didn't, brother, he was struggling. But it's cool to see Billy Kane making it in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and the art style actually improved a little bit with the shading. If you look at their pants and the lines, that actually improved, which a few people mentioned as well. So the art style, they're refining the craft even more with each character they're showing, which is pretty neat. So overall, I'm very much excited for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Pretty much, what I'm saying. I'm very much excited because you hear me talking about it a lot more than the rest, because like other games already came out, but you know. But this is really exciting to see. So I'm very much amped up to see what other characters make it. I'm hoping, like I said, Kim's sons make it, please. And freaking Kane. Those are the characters I want to make it. Kim, Sons, and Kane. That's what I really want to see. Oh, actually, just to correct myself, I do think the kid is actually with Kevin in the background, but he's like poorly, you know, he's not, he doesn't look like Kevin, so it's like, I didn't notice it, but I think he actually is in the background, so I just wanted to mention that. But that's pretty much all the news for Fatal Fury, or I mean, just SNK in general, just SNK, because they're just cooking the lab, they're cooking. But moving on to the next game. The next game we have is Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact with like 4 trailers due. There's a lot of trailers. So we have a F10 trailer, which is pretty. It's not bad. It's not a bad trailer. So I think it's like an okay trailer. Was a big F10 fan. I'm so about him. Like, I thought he was cool. I think he has potential, but we didn't really get to see too much of him. Like, we did get to see his Nen ability in the Rising Sun, and he just disintegrated I think the Chimera Queen. Not the Chimera Queen. I think she proclaimed herself or something like that. But one of the Chimera's ants or whatever. And then there was the Crollo trailer. Now that's what I was looking for right there. And I will say I'm a little bit disappointed actually by his gameplay, just a little bit, because I thought he would be using a bit more abilities, but I think at the point of the show he didn't use a lot, if I remember correctly. He just had the cloth or whatever and indoor fish. We don't get to see his other abilities that I cannot say actually, except spoilers. So we don't get to see anything else, which makes sense, but you know, maybe I was expecting too much. I guess that makes sense. So I understand why he kicks and uses the knife, because that's what he used mainly in the show, with the knife that had like tranquilizer in it, which is kind of crazy. So it's kind of interesting thinking about it. He's just using people, but yeah, it's cool that he's at it though. And then the last trailer we got that was character specific was Miriam, which I was looking forward to very much so. So Miriam is in the game, thank goodness. So I kind of know my team a little bit in the ways, but at least with 2 characters. So Miriam's on it, and he looks pretty cool. His gameplay reminds me of John Talbane, and I know it's not just me because of the dash. That's what it reminds me of. So it's like, I wonder if they took inspiration from John Talbane or just maybe another character or just something, but that's what he reminds me of actually with a little bit of his gameplay. So I'm assuming he's gonna be a very fast character, which makes sense given how the fight was with him and old dude. So yeah. And the last thing that they showed was the opening movie for the game, which is like the last trailer, which is just showing, you know, I think all the characters that are in it, I could be wrong on that, but all the characters that are in the game, and just, you know, having a little bit of animation from in-game stuff to not in-game that like looks like this anime. So that's pretty cool. Am I looking forward to the game? Yes, but I hope the price is low for me to actually just invest money into it, because I do think, from judging by a lot of people are saying, the game's fun to play, but it just doesn't look that pretty, which, you know, it is what it is. But so was Power of the Grid. Like, Power Rangers Power of the Grid was, it didn't look good. But the gameplay, I can tell you, brother, it was fun. Like, Daishi was fun, Anubis Kruger, the game was fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to it to see if it is at a good decent price and if it is a genuinely fun game for me to play. But that is pretty much all the news for Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. The next news we have is some multiverses news actually, which is introducing a new character. Well, technically 2 because of the cover, but the new character is Samurai Jack. He's being added to multiverses, which is pretty exciting for a lot of people, I feel as if. But I think the thing that is a bit more important besides the trailer is there a balance patch? Because I've seen the clips, bro. I know what's going on in the game, brother. I think a balance patch comes with it, because I remember watching it and they announced it. I'm like, you gonna mention a balance patch, right? And they just walked out. I'm like, so I'm assuming a balance patch comes with it as well. If people are wondering, you'd have to at least hope so, because it's I think technically a new season. So Samurai Jack is coming. How do I feel about him? Cool, I suppose, but I've never been really interested in this game. I'm more interested in Rivals of Ether Jude, for being honest, for me personally. But you know, he looks good in the game. Like, he generally looks cool. So that's good that he's added. And they're also adding dang, I can't say his name, or you know, something happens. But you know, Beetle. Then you know, I want some juice right now. You know what I'm saying? That guy is getting added to the game too. So that's pretty cool. Do any of these characters make me want to get on the game? Nope, not as of right now. I think I'm just waiting for a balance patch or something like that, and maybe just, you know, just the game to improve overall for me to just say, hey, I want to try it out. I just don't want to try it out at the moment, because I downloaded it when it like the whole game came out, but I just like I just didn't feel like playing it for some reason. So I'm just waiting for a reason to play it, I guess you could say. But that is pretty much all the news for multiverses. That is pretty much it. The next game we're going to be talking about, dang, this video is long, oh my goodness, is Rivals 2, which was the Orkan character trailer, which is, that's not surprising. I'm surprised they didn't show him first. Like, he's one of like the starter pack, I guess, characters of the game, which is, honestly, I don't really care about him really too much. Honestly, when they had like the whole story thing, I wanted to see the angry one, actually, to be honest. I'm like, ooh, the angry one looks cool, but it's like, Joy, which is Orkan, that's not too bad, so, yeah. How do I feel about it? I don't hate him as a character, like, playing as him. Like, I used him a little bit, but he just never clicked for me personally. But it's cool to have him here. It's like, if you don't have him, you're being weird, bro. Add him to the game. He's like one of the main roster members, so come on now. So, that's how I feel about it, honestly. It's good that he's here. Am I excited? No. I need to see a character I want to see. But that's how I feel about this character. And yeah, I'm excited for this game whenever it comes out. I really am. So yeah. The next game we're going to be talking about is 2XKO with the Bram gameplay trailer, which was, I think it was shown in July 9th, I believe. So it was not at Evo at all. Oh, there was gameplay to play as them, but yeah. But either way, Bram, new character that they're showing. If you ask me personally, not a character I would use. But if he was my duo, hey, that sounds pretty cool to me, because he actually does seem pretty cool. Like, I will say, like, it wouldn't be a character I use, but his assist has to go crazy, like with the armor, and then you could free hit the armor and you could do a combo if they like to punish him or something. That seems pretty cool actually to me. So I think overall, I think he's a cool character, a person I wouldn't use, but hey, if my friend used him, I mean, I wouldn't see a problem with that, you know. So I think that he's a cool concept for a character, and I'm curious what other characters are going to add. Now the game's starting to get a bit more interesting to me, just a bit more, because I've actually seen a bit more gameplay. I'm like, okay, this doesn't seem that bad. I just haven't found the character that I want to use personally in the game, so I'm hoping they're gonna add that character. But just for me right now, I don't see anybody. Maybe the Kraken girl, but that's about it so far. But then again, the game is free to play, so I can still just try it out. Whenever it comes out, it's gonna be free to play. So and also there's like I believe an alpha or a beta happening, so there's that too. But you have to sign up for it. So if you didn't sign up already, you might want to sign up now if you still can. I'm not sure if you can, but And that is pretty much all the news for 2XKO. Now the last game we're gonna be talking about is MK, because technically I could talk about Sparking Zero, but this video is too big enough. But there was a Sparking Zero trailer that happened. It was the Dynamic Saga. So MK is the last one, and it is the Tekken trailer that happened before Evo, actually, I believe correctly. Like it was like right at the beginning. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Tekken, it looks like everything everybody wanted. Like, dude is sick. Like, he came out, I'm gonna release today the 23rd, which is the same day Lydia came out. So it's like, who would play this game or this game? I played MK, and let me tell you something, Tekken is pretty cool. Do I main him or anything like that? No. But I think he's an awesome addition to the game. And also, Farrah came out with him as well. His gameplay is pretty sick. He does a lot of crazy cool stuff, and his combo routes are insane. Like, meterless, his potential is very, very high. And then if you play MK, the slide combo into net is disgusting. It's disgusting that he can do that. But Tekken, how I feel about him, I think he's like a 10 out of 10 character. Like, generally, I think he's actually awesome. I don't main him or anything, but I think he is very cool. And Farrah is super cool. Like, she actually is almost usable for every character in the game, which is awesome. So great additions to that. And then another thing, we have the Chaos Range trailer for MK, which I'm a bit mixed feelings I want to say about it, because Cyrex and Sector are like, I don't mind that they're females necessarily, but I feel as if it's kind of just a little lame, because we haven't seen like the male counterparts in forever, like played them and since MK9, so it's like okay, but I don't mind them being female. That's not a problem I have, but it's just like the changes, I didn't think that was necessarily necessary, but it is what it is. Their gameplay does look pretty cool, actually. Like, I didn't think Sector specifically looks cooler to me than Cyrex as of right now, but then again, we don't know what they fully do. But Noob, he has a lot of potential. I'm curious how he plays, because they didn't really show too much, but they showed that portals are back, which is neat. But I don't really like his design. I know it's not me either. I have no problem with the green. I have the problem with his hat, spiky, whatever that is, like priest look. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm excited to see how he plays and use him. Now, when it comes to guest character, Scream's here. Everybody knows what's going to happen. I wonder how his combo's going to be. If he's going to be like the Terror Dome version of him, like he's going to be an assist or something like that, which makes sense because there's always two of the Scream people. There's always two of them, from what I remember correctly from the movies. And T1000, a little weird. A little weird, but yeah, I'm not excited for it necessarily. It's kind of like how I feel about Peacemaker. Like, okay. And then Conan, same thing. It's like, okay. I think I'm more excited for Scream out of all of them, technically, in a sense. But then again, T1000 could play like Glacius, and that'd be pretty cool, kind of, because the puddles, because he can liquefy himself. So that's actually interesting to think about. So maybe there's potential with that. And Conan, I get Tusk vibes, because I think Tusk was inspired by him. So, But I'd imagine I would be looking forward to most of Ghostface. And when it comes to the three main characters that are in the game, probably Noob. I want to say I'm excited for Noob, Sector, then Cyrex, honestly. I think that would be the order. And they brought back Animalities. I can't show it because people are dying, but that is awesome. So technically, in a sense, Babe Valleys have been back in MK9. And then MK11 had Friendships, and now we have Animalities. So they're technically all back from at least somewhat modern games, which is pretty cool. Now, my only worry is for this Season 2 is that they have not shown any cameo fighters for the Combat Pack 2 or just Season 2 at all. So I'm like, where are they at? I think the cameos are like the biggest part of MK1's gameplay. So it's like, I hope there's more. Maybe they just haven't shown it yet, but that's like a crucial part of the game, don't you think? Unless they're doing something different, like adding a new mode they just haven't told us about or something, or just haven't shown them. I worry about that a little bit, but maybe that'll be explained a bit more or something, I don't know, but that's my only concern so far, because I think with the newest patch that happened when Takeda came out, which again, he came out July 23rd, I believe correctly, he was sick, the patch was sick, it felt good, because we got like two technically new characters, which is Farrah and Takeda, so I think things were great. but they're going in a good direction. But I'm just a little bit worried about the cameo situation there. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Are they gonna add more? Are they not? What's going on? Are they gonna tell us? Not gonna tell us? Please tell us something. Now that is pretty much all the fighting game news that was major in July that I can think of. There probably is a little bit that I'm missing, but I just don't remember the names of the indie games because they're specifically indie games. And yeah, now I do want to mention, like I said, Sparking Zero had some stuff, but it's not really a fighting game. I just like to mention it because I know people care about it. But there was the Sand to Namek Saga trailer that just showed, you know, just that saga. So first one, Frieza is in the game, which is cool, and Q and Zarbon and all those people, so they're in the game. So I just want to mention that too. But that is pretty much all the news. Like I said, if I did miss anything that you thought was noteworthy, please leave it down below because I do mess up stuff sometimes. Like I said last month, forgot about SNK Fatal for some reason. I just left a blank in my head. I was like, man, did I mention that? I didn't. But yeah, like I said, if I missed anything, let me know down below in the comment section so other people can know too. But either way, I hope you guys have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys are at, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video.